draws the crowd, plays so loud, baby, it's a guitar man. Who's gonna steal the show, you know, baby, it's a guitar man. He can make you love, he can make you cry, he bring you down, and he'll get you high. Something keeps him going, miles and miles a day, to find another place to play. Night after night, who treats you right, baby, it's a guitar man. Who's on the radio, you go listen to the guitar man. When he comes to town, you can see his face, and you think you might like to take his place. Something keeps him drifting, miles and miles away, searching for the song to play. Then you listen to the music, you like to sing along, you want to get the meaning out of each and every song. Then you find yourself a message and some words to call your own and take them home. Hey, how you doing out there, guitar heroes? All right, we got Guitar Man by Bread, 1972. Hey, this is a great song, and plenty of complexity in it as well. Nothing super fancy, but there's definitely a complexity associated with the song structure. Okay, so let's get into it. We don't really have a lot of complexity from a chord perspective, so we're going to have a G, and we like to play the 4-finger G, I think, here. We got a C and add 9, so we're going to play keep those 2 fingers anchored down here. We got a D, and then we have that D sus4, D sus2, D thing. Okay, so you start with a D, put the pinky down on the little E, back up, back to a D. Then now this finger comes up. We have a D suspended 2, and then we go back to a D. Very common phrase, and at the end of lines, this is real common. It's a good one to know. Okay, so we start out with that G, C, D. We're going to do that 2 times, and then we're going to jump into the first verse. Okay, so we're going to use the same G. Who draws the crowd, and back to the C9. Playing so loud, baby, it's a guitar man. So the same pattern. Second line, same as the first. Who's gonna steal the show? See you again. You know, baby, it's a D. Now we're going to go into something that I think is a chorus, but it's not the same words each time. And we bring the voice up here, and that's a little bit of a challenge, so before I forget, so I'm tuned down a half a step, can barely sing it, but that was the only way I could kind of make this work, well, at least it's reasonable for singing from that purpose. So we go into that verse, and we're going to come off the D. He can, and then E minor. Make you love, he can. Pause. C, make you cry, he will. Back to the E minor. Bring you down, he will. And then we go to an A. Get you high. And now we go to a C major 7. It sounds more complicated, it is. You see where I've got my A chord here? I'm using my last 3 fingers rather than the first. I'm just going to keep this this finger really on the same string, bring my third finger over. So it's just like, and that's all there is to it. Let's see. I don't know if I play the big E or not. So my third finger is on the third fret of the A string, and then the second finger is on the second fret of the D string. Yeah, I think you keep this. I think you keep the big E muted. So how do you do that? Just lay your finger down. You don't have to press on it. Just to touch it enough, and then you get that. Something keeps him going. And now we go to a B minor 7, which is our only bar chord. And so we use the A minor form. Okay, so A minor form, slide down to the second fret, and in this case, I believe that it's a 7th. Either one works. A 7th. Then in this case, we pick up the pinky. B minor or B minor 7, and then you can slide down into the A minor 7 coming next. So let's go through that little phrase here one more time. Something keeps him going, B minor 7. Miles and miles a day, slide down to the A minor 7. Find another place to play, back to the D. And now we're just going to go back into another verse, which is exactly the same, 2 lines roughly, of the G, the C, and the D. And then we go back into what I'm thinking is a chorus, but I'm not sure what he's calling it, David Gates, our singer and guitar player. Back into the, when he comes to times, E minor, and you see his face, and you, E minor, think you might like to take his place, back to that C major 7. Something keeps him drifting, back to the B minor. Miles and miles away, A minor 7, searching for the songs to play. Now this next part, I'm thinking it's a bridge is what I'm thinking is, because it's different again from the verse and this, what I'm calling a chorus. And it does get repeated one time at the end. So this goes something like this. You're coming off the D chord. Then you, A minor. Listen to the music. And I pick up my third finger and go to an A minor 7 here. So let's start at the beginning. You start coming off a D. Then you, A minor. Listen to the music, A minor 7. And you, A minor, like to sing along. You, G, want to get and then there's actually a walk down, although it's not real prevalent. It almost sounds like he's got a G with an F sharp in the bass. And so at the second fret, that's it. Then we move on to an E minor. And the reason that this is sort of common, although it just didn't seem like it fit quite right for me, is you go with a G and I think that's kind of where we're supposed to be going with this, and that's probably the best that I can probably give you. Or you can just play the G all the way through that. If you want to get the meaning out of E minor, each and every, and then we're going to go to an E7 song. We're actually I think we're almost like changing the key here. Song. We start out with the A minor. If you find yourself an A minor 7 message and some back to the A minor, words you call your own D, and take down E. Oh. And then we lay our pinky down on the E. That's an E suspended. And then I'm just ending it there. Then it goes into a lengthy solo, guitar solo. Then it goes back to this chorus thing again with the E minor. We can make you love, we can see, get you high, he will be, bring you down, he may make you cry, and then back to that C major 7. Okay, so we go back through that chorus again, different words on each one of them, and then it repeats the thing that we just went through, which I'm calling a bridge. When you A minor, listening to the A minor 7 music, and you A minor, like to sing along, and you G, want to get the meaning out of E minor, each and every E7 song, and you find yourself an A minor 7 message and some A minor words to call your own. And okay, so we're on the D on own. This is just a little bit tricky. Own, take. So the pinky goes down on take. Take, off, them, and then to the D or into the E, and then with the E suspended, and back to the E. Okay, well, so what the bottom line of it here is, we've got basically a couple of verses, and then we go into this what I'm calling a chorus, and then this bridge that gets repeated a couple times. So it's quite lengthy, and it gives you lots of variety here. On there's lots of chords that we have in here, ones that are considerably different than maybe what you normally would see in a fairly simple song. I don't think that there's any real strumming pattern per se. Not that I'm not thinking any strumming pattern. You love, he can make you cry. He will bring you down. He will take you high. And it slows down maybe just a little bit here. Something keeps him going miles and miles a day. Find another place to play. So real medium pace here, I think is what we got. Well, this is really a great tune. Guitar Man by Brett, 1972. I hope you got something out of this lesson. A little tough to sing, and like I said, the way I'm solving that is I'm tuning down a half step. So I hope you got something out of the lesson, and we'll see you next time. Take it easy out there.